Okay, welcome to Rock Team Pack opening. Tried this about an hour, almost two. Had not reset the three each day in the store. I have not tested it yet, but it's definitely time. It should absolutely. Also had no music last one. Explained for way too long of a time why that was. Went into settings in the process of going to change it to turn it off again to do this, and realized I could switch from NHL soundtrack to NHL theme. So this is an NHL theme, which is new for me. I've literally never had this on when playing the game. And obviously I'm hoping that listening to it a little bit and having it called the NHL theme, I have to feel as though EA, maybe even in conjunction with NHL or whatever, are the rights owners to this, and so this will, having that in the background, it will not be blocked in any countries, let alone many countries, as last night's broadcast was with the soundtrack on. Just because listening to the failed attempt last hour, just because the daily refresh hadn't happened for me yet, I just it needed a little bit of music. Also put a little bit of noise, background noise for myself in the room to allow me to feel free to speak up a little bit, especially now that there's going to be some music on here. But this is set to 1 out of 10, so it even for me, I feel like in game normally I don't have the soundtrack any higher than 2 out of 10. I tend to turn the music down and the other things more up. That's my personal preference. Not a music hater. I actually really like music. I just kind of feel like it's too loud in these things. Anyway, that was 2 minutes and 40 seconds longer than it needed to be. The point is, there's a little music there for you. So hope you enjoy that. No one on right now. Had one join in the failed attempt last hour. See if anybody joins now. If not, no big deal. We'll still probably leave it up as I left the failed attempt on YouTube for people to potentially find on their own. I can link them to it and go back in and watch the sort of rebroadcast of the live. But want to do this live, just so that I can catch the pure joy and excitement in my voice, when I get those massively crazy pulls from these 3 packs that I'm pulling here. Because this is live, so I'm not going back in and finagling anything sort of after the fact. But basically, I am going to get in the process of doing this. I'm going to get an Ovi. I'm going to get a Crosby. At least those 2, as well as others. I'm also going to pull some crazy special cards, some team of the weeks. I don't actually. I'm joking, obviously, but I don't think you can even pull any of the Gatorade non-loans, or even loans for that matter. I think the whole point of that is you play through that series. You can get some of the Evolution players from the packs, but only those that are in the Evolution packs. So the top tier trade-in pack players, Taylor Hall, Subban, Nate McKinnon, Panarin, and did I say them all? I don't think so. Sorry, whoever I just forgot there. My bad. Kuznetsov, and sorry. I wasn't planning on getting into that, but whatever they are, and I could get into it in the screen, I'm sure, but whatever. Not going to do that. Hey, somebody has joined. Welcome to it. So anyway, yeah, you can't pull the trade-in people in these packs. So the best, at least rated card that you can get evolution-wise from the packs is the 85 John Tavares. So that'd be cool if we get that, but that's not going to happen. We're going to pull 3 of these. Went through this way too long in the first one. Those are the probabilities. So this is not a great ROI. This is a $15 pack. It's 100K coins, or 2K NHL points. And yeah, you're in 3 pulls, you really should get 3 evolution collectibles, and that helps. So that's nice. And you're gonna get some stuff over 77 plus, but that's really about it. They are saying you're getting 4 guaranteed NHL players, but there are no guarantees on them being on any of the 16 player items, or even the other the other 6 non-player items having any other requirements, be it gold, rare, whatever. So yeah, you can pull some really bad stuff from these packs. They are not good investments, not good ROI, but they're fun, and it's a little extra thing that's part of the game right now. So that's what we're doing here. 3 of the daily max limit evolution extreme packs pulled, and that's what we're going to go ahead and pull here, and then we'll see where it goes from there. As I said, I really do not expect, because I think it's good to have lowered expectations for these, that we're going to get ridiculously crazy pulls from these, from the packs themselves. And then also just doing the math, currently sitting at 2 Evo collectibles after yesterday's excursion, and yeah, that did lead to being able to select Taylor Hall, so that is cool. But that would mean from these 3 packs we would have to pull 8 Evo collectibles, and they're saying you got increased chances of 2 per, which is kind of saying if you get super lucky you could maybe get 6. You're just not going to get 8. And so that whole process, which is at the bottom of the screen, which of these 4 has best in real life season, that's the question that we're asking. Go ahead and leave that in the comments, because I don't think that we're going to get to that point in this process. Even if I pull these 3 packs, add all this stuff to my collection, and then go in as I did yesterday after the fact and go ahead and do the regular trade-ins and get super lucky, as I did at least, to rip the 5 gold commons for a gold rare pack and nab the primetime 2 extra points Kris Letang. Really enjoying having him on the team at this point. So going to give it about a 10-second delay in case I decide to start the rebroadcast from that point. Simply just 3 extreme Evo pack openings. This stuff is all over YouTube with people that have a lot more of everything than I do. So if you're just simply looking to see what you can get, this is just 3 more iterations for you to add to your knowledge base of what should be sort of likely expectations of this, which I guess would be helpful if you don't have the coins or the points yourself. But again, let's lower our expectations, and then let's bang out some Crosby, some Ovies, and the Evo John Tavares, as well as like 20 Evo collectibles out of these 3 packs. 10 seconds. Be right back. All right, Rock Team pulling 3 extreme Evo packs. Again, real quick, those are the probabilities. Going to see if we're going to stick to those. Going to go ahead and rip these right now live through PlayStation on YouTube for the one person that appears to be viewing and not commenting. Feel free to just say hi so you know who you are, because I actually don't see the name because I'm new to this, because I'm terrible at the game and broadcasting and all that. Let's go ahead and get in here, see what we can do, see what we can get. Here is the first one. I will go ahead and do the whole, I'll let the animation run out and I'll go slow, just to try to bring some drama into the fact that we're going to get nothing of value from this whatsoever. So at least able to do it. So that is a good good thing. We're going to be able to do these, and super solid start on the contract, because you know, those of us that play the game, we have none of these. You know, they just don't exist. They're super rare. Okay, so that counts in the 74 plus category as a 76, and that does not. Oh my God! I'm gonna swear, and I know I'm gonna swear. That's gonna possibly get me into some YouTube troubles, but this was not staged. This was not staged. I was fucking joking. I do not, up until this second, have any Sidney Crosby on my team. And now I do. I watch these pack openings on YouTube, which is part of the reason why I wanted to kind of do it myself. And I saw people pulling these things when they had early EA access, before I was even able to play the game, even with my pre-order, just ripping Sidney Crosby in their first ever pack, you know, and sometimes in like a bronze pack, which was nuts. And I'm not necessarily jealous, a little annoyed, so I was totally fucking joking about pulling Crosby. It just paid for itself. It literally just paid for itself. All three that I'm going to pull just paid for itself. If I were to sell this, but why would I? Because that's an awesome card, and now I want it. Keep it on my team for now, unless I get another one. Let's see what else we can get from this. Let's just keep it rolling. How about that Ovi I asked for? How about that 85 Evo Tavares? This is live. Send a comment, dude, who's watching. Tell me how nuts this is right here, that I just totally called that. Yeah, I have that card already, and actually had already sold it as well, as you can tell from the thing. But that's not a bad card. I like it. He's on my team for real, so good stuff. There's a collectible, so that is helpful. Two collectibles, good start. Not a bad card there as well. Getting a lot of trade-ins at this point. Yeah, so mostly trade-ins. Toss all these to my collection. Sidney Crosby, man, that is... Did you know, EA? Did you know? Did somebody nudge you? The fact that I joked this when I was unable to pull these hour and a half ago. All right, let's get that. Let's double reverse jinx this. Let's get the Ovi. Let's get the 85 Evo John Tavares. I don't even know what else I can ask for at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just rip it. See what else we can get here. Oh, they got me. They do this to other people too. Silver collectible. I mean, it's not worthless, but I just, you know, that I hope that's not going to suggest that less chances of the actual collectible that we want, which is the Evo collectible. A lot of trade-ins here. A lot of trade-ins. basically just all trade-ins, especially when you already have the card, as I do there. So that's just like a guarantee trade-in. And one Evo collectible. So that was that as a standalone was absolutely not worth it. But you know, could be based off of what you're able to get from trading those in. I didn't see. I obviously didn't stop on any of those, and as you saw, most of those are not currently in the collection. So I'm not tracking any of those players currently. I don't know if any of them have any decent resale value, but you know what does in the market right now, anyways. So I just don't think so. Be my assumption. Last one. Let's get something good. Let's at least get me 2 Evo collectibles, and we start with just the one. That is pretty decent. Now, actually, I want more than 2. I want at least 2 more. Ooh, they got me again. They got me again, and now we're getting into the trade-ins. Okay, so I'm just going to say this right here because I can't even really see. I don't know why it doesn't just scroll over, and I wasn't counting. Well, it's real. Let's count. Oh, that's going to take too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we got 5 more to go. Here's the thing for me, at least. As far as this pack is concerned, just starting off strong on the Evo collectible and then just tanking from there. And again, yeah, I don't know if these 78 regular golds, non-rares, have any resale value. But again, what does? I mean, 78 golds just don't sell for really much of anything at this point. So my whole thing is just like, yeah, I just would kind of prefer if any of those, and there's 1, 2, 3. This one counts as well, so that's 4, 5, 6, so 7. Yeah, and that one's a 79, which is 1 off from rare. So I mean that right there is a trade-in to 1 gold rare. So yeah, you can get a good pull there. But the thing is, if it was 5 gold commons and 2 gold rares, with even just all being bad cards that I have no interest in whatsoever, that would mean that I'd be able to do 2 sets out of that and get 2 gold rares. Again, you know, going with the ring and having to get lucky on a pull, but I would much prefer that, because then you're getting 2 out of those 7 cards, as opposed to this is just basically 1, and then 40% towards the next one. 5 more cards. Let's see if we can get anything good. How about at least just the 1 extra Evo collectible that I'm supposed to be guaranteed to get. Trading. Already have it. All right. What's a hot rare? And I'm going to go ahead and look at this. Yeah. So I mean, he's a relatively before the the new cards, relatively quick defenseman with not the worst synergy for those that are into synergies. Being the lowest possible overall gold rare defenseman that you can be. The 79 defense, 81 defense awareness isn't really the worst. I don't know, shot blocking 76, stick checking 78. Body checking 74. I don't know. And the other stuff. I mean, obviously you're not usually looking for a ton of. We lost our. We lost the one guy that was watching. Well, I guess we're not going to go ahead and do the set trade-ins then. But I may jump back out and just show what nothing we're going to get from the daily, because that's about to pop off right now. Yeah, I mean, 72, 78, am I reading that right? Yeah, 72, 78, 74, 78. As far as shots, I'm not usually looking for my defenders to do a whole lot of shot taking. And in terms of puck handling, also not terrible. 74 hand-eye is the worst, and the rest are 78 to 79. So it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's a terrible card for being kind of the lowest that you can get as far as overall rating on a gold rare defenseman, which is to say that usually I just wanted to click in and look on this real quick because I'm not familiar with the card. I'm pretty sure I haven't had it. I'm pretty sure I haven't even really done anything with it in terms of kind of seeing it when trying to snipe in the auction house, but I've done a ton of that, so I mean it wouldn't really surprise me if I had and just didn't remember. But I wouldn't expect a ton of potential resale value from this, so I was really more just looking to see, was it essentially a garbage card? Was it a synergy that I just wouldn't have an interest in whatsoever? And honestly, currently, Defensive Warrior is not one that I'm typically running with, but could try to turn that on in the future. So would be a little bit more interested in having that than a couple of others at this time. Being a person that is somewhat into the synergies, more so than the people that completely hate on them, for sure. But I don't know. I guess I will decide. He's not gonna make my squad, my main squad, for sure. I mean that's pretty much a guarantee. I guess unless I'm using him as a reserve or a sub for some reason other than the synergy, I guess. But it's just not quite good enough. The speed is basically at least a notch or two below what I would look for from pure speed from a defender that I'm going to put in. It just honestly, even on the blue line, and then the defense stats are also just slightly lower than what I would look for on that. So as I was trying to say about just kind of wanting to prefer, the hut, the gold commons 78s and 79s to just be slightly higher and be 80s and count as rares, and therefore, only need 2 to re-roll for another rare. Got what I asked for, I guess, but there are lots of people out there that like right-handed defenders, especially playing on the right side as their natural position, and so it's not a terrible card, and so it's off the top of my head, it's not an automatic trade-in for me, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm probably gonna end up trading it unless I can find unless I can find a reason not to or whatever. So those are the rest of the cards there. As I pointed out, I mean, I already had the Capitals jersey. I don't know. Standalone, honest opinion, $15, 100K coins, 2,000 NHL points. Standalone, it was seven commons. So that in itself really is just going to come down to the ring and whether those whether those are going to turn into a valuable gold rare. Because other than that, I mean, it's just the one Evo collectible, another silver collectible, which means that we now have at least 2. So okay, great. I guess pop 5 of those in and get a gold collectible. And yeah, I am looking to complete some of those sets. Obviously, I think we'd all love either the 99 overall Gretzky or Lemieux. We're 26 minutes into this. I should just shut up and get on with the whole thing and probably end up cutting this off, especially with one person having been in the room and now gone. But yeah, I don't know. Again, not knowing resale values potentially for literally any of these cards, and not seeing none of the player items in this pack were duplicates. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm saying not worth the ROI. So let's go ahead and pop open the free pack. Let's hope for more than, say, 100 coins. Glad that the coins didn't pop up first. That's really the thing here is the October collectible. I am looking forward to having this one. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a Nieuwendyk, right? I actually am enjoying Ferraro on my team. I know a lot of people that I've watched have really talked it down, said they haven't really felt his presence on their team. I don't know. He's doing good for me. Helped me with a couple challenges and was a factor in my my online win today. So I mean, in the sense that he got one of the 2 goals that I needed. So yeah, I'm not a big fan, I guess, just because everyone else is talking it down. But I am a fan, which I guess means that I'm more of a fan than most other people. So we're also going to get an at best a silver, like a 68 in here. Again, trade-in value. So let's hope for more than 100 coins, because that's all that's left in these free packs. 68 silver, untradeable hut rare, going to go into a trade-in pack. And 100 coins. Oh, I don't think you can get 50, right? I mean, that's why I said 100. It's just so that I could do that, and then the contract. So go ahead and redeem those points. Redeem those bad boys. Get us all the way up to 33K. Send these to the collection. So that's kind of funny, I think. Wrong button. I want to get onto the I want to get onto the blank screen here as we close this off. I'm gonna get my quick buttons to work better than they are at the moment. So in summation, I was absolutely joking around. Did not expect to get Crosby, and I'm sorry, I guess I'm just not the type to get crazy excited in my voice about stuff that I feel like is cool, but is like I don't know. I've watched some of the pack openings of people with the clickbait descriptors of just insane, amazing, ridiculous pulls, and then they're like super stoked about about the 68 hut rare that I just pulled out of the free pack. Like, no joke, like stuff that bad. I mean, it's like I got a part of this process yesterday. I pulled the John Gibson team of the week. It's an 83 as opposed to his standard 81. And I don't think he's on the main squad. I don't think so. I don't think he made it. Maybe he is. Maybe he's on one of the back lines. But like, fine, good, happy to have it. But like I've seen these guys pull like 78 team of the weeks. I think lower overall rating team of the weeks. And like other cards that are less than 80 overall that aren't Evo, that don't have the ability to ever increase in value. Like at least if you pull an alumni, you can work your butt off with pulling those gold collectibles, and then likely probably carbons as well, to be able to develop that into a decent enough card. But like even then, if you want one that is 92, 93 or higher, and the or higher ones are typically going to be like stuff that people are again talking down a lot, like goalies. Not only is that like a very long, arduous process, in my opinion, the original card that you're going to pull from the pack, the base card that you start with, it's not going to be under 80. It would be very difficult for it to even be below. Well, I guess it could be like an 83, and the 83 you should be able to get into 89. Now I'm rambling at this point because I'm trying to remember like the entire alumni upgrade sets and collections that are out there. But yeah, so this is like, so I mean, even if you pull an 83 alumni, which has the ability to upgrade, and let's just say, for hypothetically speaking, that it can get above 90, and with boosted stats, then you're looking at somebody who's at least got some speed for you, and maybe even has some like just off the wall crazy 99 speed. I mean, I should have said it, I guess, sometime before now, but I did actually pull the alumni. I can say it in my head, and now trying to say it out loud, I'm gonna mess it up. The Curry, right? Kurri, one of the best players ever, one of the best cards in the game. I don't know why I'm feeling like I'm messing up the pronunciation for some reason, but and actually I'd have to check. I know I obviously I pulled at least the base alumni card, but for some reason I kind of feel like I pulled the second tier in this process, probably out of the Evo packs from yesterday. But I pulled more than just the extreme. I also pulled the other ones as well. So could not tell you which one I got it in, and felt pretty fortunate to get it. And yeah, absolutely is on my team. I think he's actually on the first line on the right. So again, very stoked to have him on the team as well. But I don't know. For me, it's like that's as far as alumni cards that have the ability to get upgraded. That's the best one, right? And then now with all these alumni that are coming in as additions to the game, I don't know, because I this is my first year on the current version of this game. I played a long time ago, before it was online and all that stuff. And so the alumni cards that they're releasing after the fact, that weren't part of the original sets that came with the game, that are part of the upgradable process. When they've released them, I've gone back into that screen and tried to see if they're in there, and as far as I can tell, they were not added to the upgrade process. So somebody tell me, if you get to this point, if I actually let the rebroadcast of this video go to this long, which I don't even have a timer on my part of the screen at this point of what I can see, so I don't know, but it's over 30 minutes, and that's ridiculous. But if you do know and you want to tell me, or if you do or even don't know and just want to troll me, go ahead and tell me that the alumni cards that they're adding, after the game launched, which had new ones again this week, we'll have new ones again, I guess, in 2 days, right? Is that how that works? Will those ever be able to be upgraded? Because again, I didn't see that you could upgrade them currently, and so that makes me feel like you can't currently. Will you be able to in the future? Will you expand that that upgrade sets, the Legends upgrade sets process? Because that's the whole point, is you want to turn the alumni into a legend card with ridiculous stats. Is that something that can be done with the alumni that got added after the fact? If not, then I don't know, bro. Like, why are you so stoked when you pull a low overall rated alumni that cannot be upgraded? I legit don't understand it, especially in the current version of this game that exists, even after this latest patch, that we all know, generally speaking, the players are slightly muddier. Obviously, it's not as bad as 18 in previous years in general, and then especially for those people that either have the synergies that can give a little bit of a, basically a +2, +3 boost, or are already starting with higher levels on speed, acceleration, etc. But the people have brought this up, that generally speaking, a lot of the alumni cards, especially at least their base cards, and in some cases even their upgrades and even their legends, are just slower cards. They're going to be tending to be better at other. They're going to have better stats in other spots, whether it be shots, or if they're a defender, or if they're an enforcer, which could be obviously offense or defense. Then sure, yeah, that could be a thing. And so if you want that, need that, whatever, if it's just a fill-in for a game as a matchup tool for you, whatever, great, have at it, right? But I don't know, it boggles my mind. I don't get it. I don't understand. And this part needs to not be in the rebroadcast, because now it sounds like I'm bitching and I'm talking down other players who are way better at this game in every aspect of the game than I am, and they've got over 10K followers, generally speaking, on their channels, so they're doing something right. So I don't know, but it seems weird to me. Like I watch it and I'm like, are we being trolled here? Like, why is he running around like a crazy person, like super way more than he should be excited, having just pulled like a 78 overall card that has no resale value in the auction market, even before the auction market took a dive this week. you just pulled a card that's worth less than 3,000 coins, and you probably did it in a pack that cost you whatever that was, like 10 times as much or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's weird. So yeah, I was joking, did totally pull just a regular, nothing crazy, Crosby, first ever for me, super stoked about it. Managed to get at least some Evo collectibles, slightly less than what they suggest, but kind of in line with the odds, so it's fine. I'm not mad, I guess, at that aspect of it. But no kind of other special cards in those 3 packs at least. No team of the weeks. I don't think we had any alumni. I don't think there absolutely were no Evo players, which is a little disappointing. So I'm trying to remember if I managed to get any yesterday. I might have gotten one that would have been on the very low end of what you can get in those packs, maybe, and then that would have been it. And that would be a player that's not even on my team on the main squad again. So none of those. And I know they're low probabilities, and there's only like whatever, maybe 5 or 6 that you can pull as of now, unless they expanded it since I looked at it like yesterday. So wasn't really expecting that, but was kind of joking around that I would get the highest overall one, the John Tavares 85, but didn't get any. No big deal. Pretty much in line with expectations. You're there's things like it's got another whatever it is 13 plus days to go. You really are going to have to kind of pull at a minimum. Probably I'd say the 3 that I just pulled every single day. But just to increase your chances even more, you probably should pull the max that the game lets you of all 3 of the pack types every single day for the duration of this event. If all you want to do is kind of just maximize what you can get out of it, because that's just how these things work with the ring. You kind of have to keep throwing it up against the wall and see what sticks, and hope to get some ROI. You absolutely should not expect to get an even even a break-even ROI if you're maxing it out like that. And I'm not. This isn't me trying to. This isn't a call to action to try to get you all to either spend whatever that would be. Probably it's over 100, maybe $200 worth here in the U.S. In NHL points, or if you just happen to have a ton of coins because you've been really good about flipping before the market turned to garbage, or you gotten really lucky on your pulls and other things that you've gotten from the game, and been able to then go ahead and turn around and sell those cards. Like the Crosby, I mean, I'm going to keep them. Last I checked, I don't think I saw him going on average for less than 500k coins. So technically speaking, I guess I could sell him, and then come back in here and get, what would it be? It'd be 5 of those premium, or I'm sorry, extreme Evo packs, the top tier ones. But then it's like, what would I be expecting from doing that? I mean, technically, as far as in-game currency is concerned, that would make financial sense. People like to say the term economical. That's not actually what economical means, but people like to say that, and it would seem to make sense. I really don't see myself doing that. If some weird, crazy thing happens between now and the end of this this current run of this series, and I get another Crosby, then I'm gonna go ahead and sell him. I don't know why I wouldn't. And so then at that point, then I'd be able to test out that potential theory, I guess. But I don't know. Rambled on way too long. Gonna see if I can work this into a rebroadcast and just have the poll itself, which I think did have a little bit of an increase in the tone of my voice of excitement when the Crosby came, just because I thought it was not just cool to pull, but just cool that I quote unquote called it by calling the fact that it was like an impossibility and something that you should never expect from the pack, and then it happened on the first pack. And probably should have stopped from there. Didn't get ROI out of the other 2. But after you get it on the first one, you got to keep going, right? That's how addiction works. Anyway, this is it's the Rock team from the Extreme Evo Pack live broadcast that is never going to get to this part on the rebroadcast, but I will leave this up just for S's and giggles for now, but should absolutely be down by tomorrow, and maybe we'll just get lucky in that the quote unquote NHL theme as opposed to NHL soundtrack will get this banned in multiple countries, like yesterday's live broadcast did when it was the NHL soundtrack. And with that, I will say peace out. Potentially see you some other time. I can't even, there we go. All right, so really leaving now at this point.